Girl, let's travel.
Bueno.
We are on. Perfect. Ay, Dios mío. This was on such a short notice, but I'm glad that it's happening because I've heard really good things about you guys.
All right.
So I'm excited to hear your story. I'm excited to people to hear your story.
Yeah.
And to start off, first of all, how are you doing today?
Very good.
Very good.
Very good.
Yourself?
I'm good, man.
Yeah.
It's been a stressful month, and I keep saying it, but it's been a stressful month. Really stressful.
All right.
A lot of work, a lot of with recordings, personal stuff, but good. Thanks God, it's been good.
Man.
It's good. So, first question I ask everybody: who are you? So that for the people who don't know, and people who know, who are you and what are you doing here?
Who am I and what am I doing here? I ask myself that every day.
That's the best answer. I don't know.
Yeah, we
No idea.
came to this podcast as the Henrys, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Because we are a duo,
Yeah, we're a music duo,
music duo.
and we play covers
See.
from 60s, mainly 60s pop music, and
Okay.
we do that for a living.
I thought it was only the Beatles covers that you do.
Oh no, we do a lot of.
Yeah,
Okay.
We do Beatles, we do Simon and Garfunkel,
See.
we do Elvis Presley, Roy Orbison, like a lot of the big names.
The Stones.
The Stones, Rolling Stones. Yeah, we just started doing Rolling
Yeah, we
Stones.
started doing.
So yeah, we do 60s pop music, 70s as well. And
Is there a reason why you chose that genre or that era, per se?
Because it's the best music.
This
the best music.
for my money is like peak of. I mean, it's where everybody gets their inspirations. And like
Okay.
it's such a. I mean, it's just personally, it's my favorite era of music, and it's the one I always felt at home. So I grew up with it. Well, I wasn't born in the 60s, but
Obviously.
but I sort of found that niche for myself, like many people do, and obviously we share the same taste.
Yeah.
So,
Was it something that you played when he was little, as in like all the time?
Not that much the Beatles, but yeah, we always like more Pink Floyd. And
Had the 60s very. Okay.
Queen
the 70s, Queen.
used to play a lot of Queen.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, I want people to get to know you deeply. So, let's start with where were you both born? Where were you raised? A bit of background story. Like, tell me about yourself, like where everything started, music-wise as well.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, who wants to go first?
I mean, he was born first.
Okay.
You go first.
Well, basically, my father put me learning guitar with a guitar teacher. I was like 9 years old, or something like that, and I wasn't learning anything. So I got into guitar with friends. So I started learning guitar with friends, and when I was like 15, 16, 17, I started playing with them in Lisbon, in pubs and clubs and everything.
How old were you back then?
17, 18, around. And then I moved to the north of Portugal. So I was raised in Lisbon, but I moved when I was 19 years old. I went to live in the north of Portugal, and then he was born.
Any reason why you
Something
moved
happened in the middle.
Yeah, I studied. I started studying chemistry in Porto.
Oh wow!
But I dropped that course and went to study music in Viana do Castelo. And then
Any particular reason for that city? Or
no, because I was living in Vienna.
Okay, so the
So
convenience.
Porto was
Okay.
where I went to study
Yeah.
chemistry.
Yeah.
And then I started teaching
Mm-hmm.
in 1994, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, in 2018, I moved to England.
Yeah.
It's like
Tell me about Henrik when he was little. Was he always artistic and musical, or was something that grew after?
he was. I know he was always
Always?
always artistic and musical. Yeah.
Yeah. Our family dynamic was always very around music.
I was.
See.
I had like keyboards at home, a keyboard,
See.
drum set,
See.
bass guitar, my guitars.
Yeah.
So I always had the ingredients to
Spread around. Yeah.
yeah
So yeah.
for them to learn
Mm-hmm.
by themselves. I didn't impose anything.
See. But wow, like chemistry to music. How that happened? For what clicked in your mind?
There was a plan
Okay.
for me to have to be a pharmacist.
Mm-hmm.
It was my family
Mm-hmm.
plan, but
Yeah.
uh,
You were the rebel.
Yeah.
You said, that's it. Not doing this.
It's a
it
range
was
of-
not working.
Yeah.
No. Did you finish the course? No. You
No,
dropped-
no, chemistry. No, I dropped.
Oh, you
the
dropped
course.
it.
Yeah, and I went after a year and a half.
Yeah.
I dropped.
Ah.
I dropped the course,
See.
and I went to teach. The rest of that year, I went to teach science as like with the minimum
Yeah.
requisites,
Requirements, yeah.
requirements, yeah, to
to
teach.
teach. Wow.
So it was like from February to the end of the school year to August.
Was it like primary school, secondary school, or what was it?
Secondary.
Secondary.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah, the kids were 10, 12 years old.
See.
10 and 12 years old.
And how was
was-
that? How
It
was
was a
that?
very good experience,
Yeah?
yeah, because it was my first serious job, earning money and
See.
managing. And then afterwards, I went to study music,
Mhm.
music teaching.
Music
in-
teaching.
Yeah, in university.
So there was a course specifically for music teaching.
Yeah.
And how old were you back then?
Between like 21 and 25. It was 4 years of the bachelor with honors. Yeah, it's the
Were-
equivalent of a
were you
bachelor
scared?
with honors.
Were you scared when you took the decision?
When
get
I
to
took
music.
what?
The decision?
No.
No?
No. I thought it was it's
The right move.
Yeah, it was a suggestion from my mother.
Okay. I was gonna ask if your family
Yeah.
was supportive.
Yeah, she told me you should go check this course,
Mm-hmm.
and yeah,
And after that, what did you do after finishing the course?
I started teaching. Yeah,
And for how long did you
Uh,
teach?
24 years.
24 years. Wow.
Yeah, in between different schools, in Vienna, in Lisbon as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, different cities. Yeah.
What was the most random situation that happened to you while teaching? Well, there must be so many, but what was the one that you remember from teaching? Or maybe the most beautiful experience that
Okay, the most
remarkable?
beautiful experience is I rather answer.
So that, yeah.
It was in
Just worry about the cat.
the
Yeah,
capture.
you have to be.
It was in Póvoa do Varzim.
Okay.
It's a city, a
City.
well-known city in Portugal, above Portugal, like
Mm-hmm.
close to Porto.
Mm-hmm.
And I had the most amazing experience. It was when I fall in love
Mm-hmm.
with the profession, with the job.
Mm-hmm.
I was really well supported by the directors of the school, and I managed to enjoy myself teaching, and I had all kinds of experiences there, because the students, the pupils, they want to come to my, when they had like time, free time, they come to my classes just to be there to
speak, to share.
No, just to listen, just
to listen,
to be part of the classes. Yeah.
Okay.
When there was like a group that the teacher was missing, they all come to my classes. It was it was,
that's beautiful.
yeah, it was amazing. Yeah, and it was almost the opposite of what usually happen with the relation
between the pupil
teacher,
and the teacher.
Yeah. They for example, they usually they did the homework that I didn't ask. I didn't ask any homework, and they come, hey teacher, I just learned this on the flute, and I want to share with you. I want for you
really
to
cool.
see if
So you were one of the cool teachers then.
it was like, you know that film, The School of Rock.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
With
I was about to.
Jack Black.
Yeah, I think
with
it's
Jack
right.
Black.
Yeah.
It was like that kind of
Wow, that kind of vibe.
vibe, yeah. It was. Yeah, I can show you afterwards a video.
Yes. Please send it to me so I can put it in post-production as well. I can put it here.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Yeah.
Oh man, that's so from teaching. So you actually like to teach. You like to teach.
Yeah,
You liked.
It was a process to reach that stage. That, oh my God, I don't want to go on weekend. I want on the weekend. I want to keep doing this. I didn't want to go on holidays. I was really focused on the learning process. It was.
Did you have difficult pupils or?
Yeah, of course.
Yes.
Of course. Yeah, there were always
Difficult ones.
Yeah, difficult ones. Behavior problems.
Yeah.
But those years in Póvoa, it was really good. In behavior wise, it was really good as well. Yeah, but after that there were different years, good years and less good years, like teaching. But it was like a year that there was a change inside.
That when you decided to stop teaching?
No. That year.
That year that you told.
Yeah, it was the year that I fell in love with teaching. Yeah, it was.
Did you felt comfortable with the educational system back then? Was it working for you, or the way you wanted to teach?
Until then, until that year, it was like 2009, 2008, 2009.
I remember, yeah, quite well.
It was until that year, I was very uncomfortable teaching. I didn't like that. But from then onwards, it was really good. Yeah.
And then why did you stop teaching? Why did you decide to stop teaching? After 24 years?
I was kind of struggling financially. I had my son abroad studying. And it was like gather the best of both worlds. Coming here. He was earning more as working on weekends than
you full-time teaching.
Full-time teaching.
I was working in a factory.
In a factory?
Yeah, near the airport, Southampton Airport.
Which factory?
Airways Optical. Because it was for Specsavers, so it's a factory that
makes the lenses and stuff.
Lenses, yeah. And I was working 12-hour shifts on Saturday and Sunday.
So double pay.
and that would pay.
Yeah, enhancement.
And I was just
And I thought, no,
I was making more money than a teacher in Portugal.
Yeah.
That's how.
so
It's a bit sad, no? That a full-time dedication, like vocational profession, is not as well paid as maybe a whatever job, no? In a way.
Yeah.
yeah, there was different reasons.
Yeah.
There was that economic crisis in
Yeah,
2008.
2008.
Yes,
That's
I remember.
They
Froze the,
froze the careers, the teacher careers. So it wasn't reestablished yet.
Yeah.
So I thought it was.
Yeah, the teachers really took a hit as well.
Yeah, yeah.
On the
I
crisis.
remember.
Yeah.
I remember. I was little, but my parents did say lost everything in Spain.
Wow.
All the houses, everything. They had to give it back to the bank because the interest just went up, and then no one could afford that. I remember. Yeah, it was a hard time. How did it affect you personally? The crisis in 2008. Did it change a lot in the way that you
that crisis led me
to come
here.
here?
Yeah.
Because I wasn't.
But you came here years after, like
Yeah, many years
2016, no?
Yeah, 2018.
18,
2018. But I wasn't
10 years after.
You hadn't recovered.
I didn't recover.
Mm.
I haven't recovered
Yeah.
yet.
From the
Well,
crisis. Yeah.
Never really got a lot better after the crisis.
yeah,
It's just
yeah.
like,
See. No, I remember.
I was still struggling.
yeah.
See.
So many people. Yeah.
Yeah, a lot.
Mhm.
So, and then how come that you came here? Because coming here is not cheap either.
Yeah.
You came with an agency, like OK
Yeah.
Students.
Yeah, that's
OK
the one,
Students.
right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
everybody comes with
Did you come with OK Student?
No, I came by myself.
Because it was a Spanish agency as well, I think.
It was. I thought it was Portuguese.
It's Portuguese, but I think they had a
They have a Spanish.
they have a Spanish branch.
See.
Yeah, so I came here with OK Student. Yeah.
Mm.
I met I got to know the company through him
Mm-hmm.
because I was basically in Lisbon.
Okay.
After high school, I went to Lisbon to study a uni in Lisbon, but I dropped out like a week after.
What were you gonna start?
So it was musical sciences, a course called musical science.
Okay.
Because I was
Sciences.
I was studying sciences in high school because I wanted to go to engineering.
Wow.
But then I like, and at last minute I was like,
Yeah.
no, I'm not this. So I'm a musician. This is what I like to do. So I dropped out and I always wanted to live in England.
Mm-hmm. Why?
Because the Beatles, the Queen, Pink Floyd,
thought so.
all the great bands come from England.
Yeah.
Well, all my favorite bands.
Yeah.
So I always had a fascination for England.
Mm-hmm.
So and then I was well on my year in Lisbon.
Mm-hmm.
I was already busking on my own
Okay.
after quitting university and quitting a few jobs.
Mm-hmm.
So I was busking on my own and I was making good money off of it. I was living off of my busking.
Mm-hmm.
And then I just needed a direction.
Mm-hmm.
And Dad, he was a teacher in Lisbon.
How do you say father in Portuguese?
Pai.
A pai?
Sim. Papai is more endearing.
Sí.
It's more. Yeah. So he was
Because that sounds so weird. Like,
Well,
so that. Papa.
this guy.
Sí.
He was a teacher in Portugal, and every year there's a fair
Mm-hmm.
for high school students.
Mm-hmm.
It's basically a showcase of all the universities,
And jobs, future jobs.
future jobs.
It's called Futuralia.
Futuralia.
Cultural.
It's like a big fair.
It's where you sort of walk around and you collect pamphlets.
Sí.
Yeah.
There's military as well.
Mm-hmm.
All that. And one of the stands.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't a stand. It was a huge English bus, London bus, that was in the middle of the fair, and he was basically showcasing what OK Student was.
Sí.
Basically, they were recruiting kids like
To study
to study abroad. And
to study in England.
in England, yeah. So my dad told me about that, and he gave me his pass to go in.
It wasn't. It was an extra pass that I had.
Extra pass, yeah.
Because
Extra ticket to
you had to buy a ticket to get to the fair.
Yeah, but I went there with a class, not with a class, with a group.
Yeah.
From my
Your school.
school where I was teaching, and I end up with an extra ticket to visit the fair. So I told him I have an extra ticket, and I called him, come on, let's go.
So yeah, I went.
You need to see this.
I went. I informed myself,
Yeah.
and then
He took
yeah,
action.
I went. I went through. I took action and actually signed up. I paid the fee, and then yeah, I chose Southampton.
Of all places, Southampton.
Yeah, be honest, I thought Southampton had a beach.
No. Biggest disappointment ever.
It does.
It does, yeah. It's got Leap Beach, it's got Woolston, it's got a lot of. It's got Common Park, which is like the beach of Southampton, but there's no water. Well, there's the lake. There's the.
Have you? No one can go in.
I know.
Dip in the lake.
Deep in the
Yeah.
lake. No.
Sometimes you're desperate. I know, but I was actually very happy to end up in Southampton
Yeah.
because well, London is hectic.
Yeah.
That was my second choice was London.
But I mean, coming from Lisbon must be a busy city, no?
Yeah, London? Oh, Lisbon?
Yeah.
Yeah, Lisbon is very busy, and I was actually quite fond of it because I'm from a small city,
Yeah.
which is somewhat busy.
Mm.
It's sort of the city that I was brought up is very similar in terms of busyness with Southampton.
Ah, okay.
It's sort of, it's a city, but people are a bit more contemplative.
Small city.
Yeah, small city.
Everyone
Yeah.
knows everyone.
Everybody knows everybody. Yeah. So yeah, I came to Southampton, and that's
Do you have any siblings?
siblings. Oh, I've got 5 siblings.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
3 are mine.
3 are,
Okay.
3 are my dad and mum's, and the other
Right,
3 are my mum's and stepdad.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. How many artists in the family apart from you two?
We're all artists in our own way.
No, I think the only artist is you and me.
No. What about? Well, my brother is a filmmaker.
Okay, yeah.
That's
Artist.
a very good one. He's very talented, and he's also a musician, and he's very creative person. My sister as well. She's very creative, but she's a doctor.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's quite
It takes a bit of creativity.
Quite an artist.
Yes.
I mean, yeah. Okay.
Yes, she's a GP.
A GP, yeah. And then my other 3 siblings, which are not my dad's, they are one studying sports.
Yeah.
And he's very good at it, and the other 2 are still in school, and they have no clue. they are artists in their own way. They're very strong personalities. They're very funny. So yeah.
When you came to Southampton, what was your first impression of the university, of the city? Like,
Do you know what? I came to Southampton by train from Gatwick.
Yeah.
And I step off the train station and I see these 2 blocks of cement. You know, when you see and it was raining, so you can really get the gist of Southampton.
Yeah.
But obviously, the next day was bright and sunny.
Yeah.
And I went around and I saw all these parks and all the green.
See.
And it was so. Yeah, it was quite nice because I love green. I love trees. I love grass.
I'll say that that's the thing that catches most the attention of people coming from outside. That the greener, no, the green in England in general.
England, it's very bright.
Right, yeah.
Don't you feel like the sky is different colors?
It's a deeper blue, isn't it?
Deep blue. Yeah. And the clouds as well.
Yeah.
The clouds organize themselves like
like a Disney movie.
Like a picture. Huh?
Like a picture, like a painting. Yeah. And Portugal is more like
sometimes it's
more spray.
It seems fake.
Like a bit faded sometimes. I go back to Madrid and it looks like a bit faded, but it's a different blue. It's a different blue.
Yeah. The blue is more intense.
Here,
Yeah, here.
Yeah.
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 So yeah, it's very colourful.
Yeah.
England's very
And
colourful.
the sun is bites. The sun bites your skin.
Yeah, it hits
yeah,
you.
really
It
harsh.
hits you different. Yeah,
And
yeah, yeah.
In Portugal, it's more
Or soft.
soft.
I think it's because of the latitude. It's
Yeah,
like
yeah, I thought of
closer
that.
to
Yeah,
the North Pole.
Yeah,
Yeah.
maybe, yeah.
Yeah.
And you get more, yeah. So yeah, my first impression of Southampton was great. And then it grew on me as well. Like
Yeah.
Southampton, love Southampton, and the people. I think the best about it is just the people. They really seem very kind, and I've always felt very welcome
Yeah.
here in England. I never had like a bit of doubts about that.
Yeah.
People have always been very welcome of the Henrys of the our performance
Yeah.
act.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm very quite happy here. Yeah.
Even in the temporary jobs, I always felt
Yeah.
very
Welcome.
respected,
Yeah.
very
Definitely.
welcome.
Yeah.
Yeah, people are always
Yeah.
so kind.
It's definitely
Everyone
yeah.
is always so kind.
The work environment is definitely a contrast between England and Portugal. Because I worked in like bakeries and pastry shops in Portugal, like in the middle of Lisbon.
Yeah.
It's very high maintenance, and yeah, I was always getting shouted at. Even though I was trying my best, and you still get as
Yeah.
because it's I think
Mostly, I feel like this mostly with English people.
yeah.
They are really kind, really,
Yeah.
really.
I think they're also
Supportive.
more aware of mental health and how that impacts.
And like emotional intelligence.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they are very
suppose.
aware of
I mean, there's
everything. Yeah, work wise, they know how to deal with things. Yeah,
obviously speaking general.
Generally,
Portugal is not
a bad place.
it's not a bad place or anything. It's quite
no, but it's different.
but there's
a
a
different
there's
culture.
a difference for
Yeah.
sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's,
In my experience, English people, I think they're really aware of how they are perceived. Maybe that's why the culture, the English politeness, as they call it, is very is very. It is what it is. No, you're very aware of how you're speaking, how you interacting with the other person, how you're being seen.
Yeah,
I heard somewhere that in this culture, they're always, how to say, like they're analyzing in a way what someone is saying. So, for example, in all cultures, we speak and it is what it is. Like we say something and it's, but here you have to interpret what the other person is saying. And it was a stupid example, like this is an example that someone said on social media. Like imagine a guy in the back garden playing the guitar and he's playing horrible. And then the neighbor comes out and says, "Oh, that sounds so good." Then the other person in the English culture be like, is thinking, is he being sarcastic or is he actually saying that it's good?
Yeah.
So that's that double analyzing.
Double meaning.
Yeah.
Things.
Yeah.
Yeah, sometimes I think they are very polite.
Yeah.
And very kind, and that's a cultural thing. That's how they were educated. And but there's the negative side of that. They don't do confrontation.
they're not
So
very confrontational.
They are not.
In general, I mean, it's obviously
They are not very good in
beautiful for everything. But
say things
Straight.
straight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I come off as rude many times because I'm very, like I'm very blunt sometimes with the words.
Yeah.
I'm very like I don't have like hairs in my tongue.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
That's how we are. Yeah.
Portugal.
The Portuguese as well.
Yeah. It's like
They are very straight on straightforward.
yeah.
What they want to say, they say.
Yeah.
But I think most of the politeness and the kindness is really sincere. I
think so. Yeah.
Okay.
They really feel. One thing that I realized here, and when I pass by someone, normal English smile at me,
Yeah.
and that never happens in Portugal.
No?
People smile at each other here. It's
Okay.
It's
someone
strange
that
smile at each
a,
other.
a strange
Stranger.
stranger smiling at me for no reason. It's really common here.
But don't you feel it's a convenient smile? As in, like,
Yes.
I have to smile because it's polite.
No, it's
No. I think it's like a reflex that they have.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yes,
they,
yes.
they look at when the eyes cross.
Yeah.
Um, when the sides cross, people smile.
Yeah. It's quite nice.
Any
It's
kind
quite
of
sweet.
person, any kind, children, adults, men, women,
Yeah.
they smile, and it's so good.
Yeah.
And sometimes I feel like ashamed because
You don't have the
I didn't react
the same way.
the same way.
Yeah.
And when I smiled, they were not looking at me anymore.
You don't have that. Yeah.
I'm interested because I've never heard that point of view from a foreigner.
Okay.
I've always had this perception of, as I said, like convenient smile, just because it's polite, like not a genuine smile, like, oh, I actually like this person, that's why I'm smiling. Which I rather prefer smiling to someone or being smiled at in a genuine way, like I actually like you as a person.
But it never happened with you.
No, like
with a stranger that.
yes, obviously, yeah, like the normal, like,
Yeah.
that they smile.
Yeah.
But I don't know,
It's not normal in Portugal.
no, or in Spain, like, no, because you don't feel the necessity to be polite in that way, no? There's
But
politeness.
It's good to smile, man.
Yeah.
It's good to smile, but as I said, genuinely.
Well,
It's good to smile.
the
It's
motive.
good to smile, man.
Well, whatever the motive is behind the
Smile,
smile, it's
yeah.
just a smile. You know, it's pleasant.
Smile is a smile.
And sometimes,
But it's
sometimes-
different types of
Always
smile.
good, man.
Sometimes even like even if
Fake it until you make it.
exactly, it goes a long way. Even if you don't mean
Yeah.
it.
I'm learning that
Yeah.
with them. Yeah.
Okay. I mean, if you analyze North American culture, there's a lot of takes from the English culture, obviously.
Yeah, but North American is so big. It has so many
Yeah.
Englands in there.
Yeah, but you know what Brits say about Americans? That they are even nicer,
Oh,
Even nicer.
even nicer than
I've
here.
heard that the Southern Americans.
No, I mean,
they sort of obviously there's a bit of a cultural contrast between northern and southern.
No, North Americans.
North Americans are more polite.
I mean, Brits say that they're nicer than
Oh.
here,
Okay,
Yeah.
but they're not as polite.
Yeah,
They're just nice and in like,
They usually say that, for example, Scotland, they in the north,
yeah,
they are even kinder, even nicer,
Yeah, yeah,
even
yeah.
friendly, even
That's right.
Yeah.
than in the south.
yes.
But I feel that here in the south they are
I
Generally-
guess,
kind enough,
Nicer,
I guess,
generous
yes.
enough. Yeah.
I've heard that if you compare to maybe London or another places in the Midlands, they're
Yeah.
nicer here in the south, but also a bit more posh sometimes,
Okay.
Here.
which creates a bit of classism between people.
Mm.
That's what I've heard.
Yeah, I don't know.
To live.
Hmm?
I need to go to live.
Ah,
Vale.
corte. So where were we? We were talking about you coming to Southampton, but then I met you in Solent. So how come that you came to Solent?
Yeah, it was like I went with him to visit Solent. The facilities and the studios and
Yeah.
everything. And I went to watch him doing a performance there, or like it was like with Esther. when-
Oh, a showcase. Yeah.
Showcase,
We
yeah.
were recording showcases.
And I felt no, this is the environment that I want to learn. I want to learn more. So Lippi was enrolling.
We were talking about Philippe. Yeah.
Was talking about Philippe. He was
another guy.
enrolling the.
Shout out to Philippe.
Shout out to Philippe. He's a great musician.
Hi, Lippi.
Yeah.
And
Suero.
yeah, Soweiro. It's
Yeah.
his name.
Great musician. Check his stuff.
And yeah, he was deciding that, and I think it's a good idea to go on a course as well. So I applied to the course and
Yeah.
I started.
Yeah.
So I was on my third year.
And he was on
That
his
was on
first.
his first year.
Yeah.
Wow.
So it was
So,
like
Was it weird to have your dad in?
do you know what? It wasn't. Yeah, it was
No?
it's quite natural. I mean,
You're quite close.
yeah. People would ask,
Yeah.
"Well, that's your dad," and I was like,
Yeah.
"Yes." But yeah, it was funny.
Yeah.
I think it was more because sometimes I'd be doing my lectures, and I'd be walking around Solent, and then I'd just bump into my dad, and it's just like, hey, colleague, are you going to your lectures? I'm going to mine.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it was quite funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How did you find it?
the
Solent,
course.
yeah.
Yeah, it was really nice.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
was a very good experience. Yeah.
It was just 1 year that you were there for.
Yeah, because of the COVID.
Yeah, COVID.
They shut everything.
Yes,
The
they did.
studios.
Yeah.
it
And the
was-
music course during COVID,
Oh,
it doesn't work really.
It doesn't work.
You probably took the most sensible decision because I'm thinking now I should have postponed my year in COVID because what we did was just online.
Yeah.
And it's just like, what am
Yeah.
I doing?
Yeah.
I know people who postponed their year, so they came back when everything opened. And even though it took them a bit longer, they did the whole course in the proper way now.
Yeah.
And so-
No, I decided no.
Hmm.
This like this can't work. So
Yeah.
And we started doing the Henrys as well, which I remember during my last year at Solent and his first year at Solent, there was a lot of lectures that I had to skip because it was, for example, it was a good day to go busking because winter time in England sometimes it's hard to find a good day
Yeah.
to go out and busk.
Yeah.
So there were a lot of lectures I had to miss and skip. So because the Henrys was actually going well. This is just before COVID. So we sort of took the opportunity to focus more on that and make some money rather than go to lectures,
have fun.
which is is a decision.
Did that affect your lessons? Did that? Don't you-
Yeah, a bit.
A
Yeah,
bit.
Yeah.
So the basking experience, like because you're very high experience, did you have experience in basking before?
Just a tiny small experience. Yeah,
Yeah.
it was.
So it was more of a learning curve for you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Performing. There was a time that we decided to perform separately, and it took a lot of guts to
Yeah.
face,
go on the street
yeah.
by myself,
Yeah.
and I started doing it regularly, and I started gaining confidence.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then we gather again and start doing it again because it was like a trial to see how could we take out of the experience.
Yeah, it's just sort of because it's different to be on your own than to be with another person.
Yeah.
Because on your own you have to face other demons. You gotta sort of convince people on your own
Definitely.
that you're an act.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, it's quite nice. I actually quite enjoy that because I used to busk by myself in Lisbon,
Yeah.
and I didn't busk by myself for a long time because we started doing it together. So yeah, it was quite fun, and it worked out well. But obviously, when we're together, that is a lot more fun.
Yeah. Yeah.
And we rely on each other as well because sometimes the lyrics don't come on our head.
And
I was gonna ask you that what are the biggest struggles that you have faced when all this time basking?
The struggles.
Yeah.
it's not a whole lot of struggles. I say like
The weather?
The weather, yeah, probably the weather.
Sometimes it's raining and
Yeah, or during the
starts-
winter, it's
starts
freezing.
rain- starts raining and
Yeah.
Sometimes it's freezing, and we have to sort of just soldier on and just like warm ourselves up with busking and like moving around and singing. And at some point, you forget that you're cold, and that's fine. Yeah.
When was the point when you said, okay, basking is actually working? Let's actually do this full time.
It was
from
on
the first day.
yeah, it was the first day we didn't make that much money. I remember we made like maybe we didn't have a huge repertoire as well,
Yeah.
so we didn't busk for a long time.
Yeah, but for the time that we busked that day and the money that we received from donations, we
Yeah, we
saw
were like,
no,
okay, if we do more of this,
this is gonna work.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Okay.
so we start. Obviously, well, when we start busking, we were still working.
yeah.
So busking was sort of.
We were still
more of a-
working. We had just one amp and one mic
and one stand.
and one stand. We were playing an acoustic guitar and the other one
Yeah.
plugged to
Yeah.
the amp. And we were singing on the same mic and everything worked.
Yeah.
And no, we're gonna have to buy some more stuff.
Equipment,
So we went to buy another amp,
Yeah.
another stand, another mic.
Yeah, and then we started.
Actually, the mic was an offer.
Yeah. The music shop just offered a mic.
Yeah, the guitar store.
For free.
Yeah.
Okay.
We were asking for which is the most cheap mic that you've got, and the guy just came with a mic. It wasn't new,
It was second hand.
second hand, but yeah,
It was
you can
working
take this one
perfectly.
for
Yeah, and
free.
it's quite nice.
Because we were buying an amp and a stand
Yeah.
and cables as well.
Yeah. Well, we made a big purchase.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the guys were really kind. They usually are. The guitar store. Southampton Central.
They usually are there.
They're really cool.
Yeah.
Over there.
Yeah, and they gave us a mic, which we are still using that mic.
Yeah. Yeah, we're still using it.
Yeah.
And it was great. And at some point each session we were raising there was more money coming in. And at some point we're like, okay, we're making more money than our actual jobs. And we're having fun and we're playing for less hours than we're working. So it just made sense. Like,
Yeah.
do you want to have fun or do you want to
Yeah.
work? So
And for you, it's not a job, really.
yeah,
What do you
sometimes it's mostly it's not a job, like
Yeah.
in general, but yeah, sometimes it feels like one.
Yeah.
Sometimes you
Get up early.
You gotta get up early. You gotta travel. You gotta. So during the winter, then that feels like a job because you gotta face the cold.
Yeah.
But obviously, it's always an adventure. So you're always having fun
Yeah.
and you're always just enjoying it because it's the easiest thing I can do.
Yeah.
Literally,
Yeah.
is it's so easy. It comes so easy to both of us. So.
I was planning
Yeah,
to
yeah.
show you a photograph. Sorry.
I thought you were taking your time on that. Okay.
Like a
Guys,
teenager.
Message received. Like a teenager.
let's see what my Instagram says too.
Yeah.
Guys, I'm curious about how do you rehearse? Where do you rent a place? Do you go to a studio? What do you do? Or do you don't practice anymore?
Oh, we
Is everything tighten up?
yeah. Sometimes it's like we want to learn a new song. We hear it together,
Yeah.
and we hear it separately in
Yeah.
our own rooms.
Yeah.
And then I don't know, we're having
the
coffee, we're having breakfast,
Yeah.
and we're sort of strumming about the guitar, and we do like a sort of a half an hour practice.
Yeah.
And when we get the song sort of,
We record it as well.
we record it with our phones just to see how it sounds.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then we go out on the street, and the street is our rehearsal space. Really, it's where you get tight as you
Okay.
play the songs over and over every
Okay.
day.
Because normally people would think that you gather before and practice all this and then you go to a street.
Little bit,
Yeah.
just enough to be buskable.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Basketball. Yeah.
Yeah. We have stages.
Yeah.
So when a song is buskable, it's sort of okay
Mm-hmm.
to go out on the streets and sort of try it on with the audience, with
And then the
passerbys.
song gets giggable.
Giggable
Mm-hmm.
when it's tight enough to sort of showcase in a paid gig.
That kind of proves the point that the best way to learn is by doing, not by, let's say, the theory of or learning by heart every single note, every single chord, every single
Yeah,
intonation.
and-
It's more about
And there's
more about-
another thing. Sometimes the song is quite raw. It's simple. We play the chords and we do the vocal harmonies, and then in time we add details to the
and
song.
we had little bits.
Little bits that we think, no, this is important to
Yeah,
so so it's like a continuous rehearsing.
Yes, yes.
yeah, we're always adding stuff to the songs that we know for ages, because we get bored of them as well.
Yeah,
Very quick.
yeah.
We've been playing songs in our set that we've been playing for 5 years. So-
Imagine.
but somehow we still love it.
Yeah.
I still get hyped about it because we're always adding little bits, and so yeah, it's just
How many?
improving the
improving.
Yeah.
each
little-
song. Yeah.
little
How
details.
many songs do you think you have learned so far?
In our
don't
set
know.
list, maybe like 200, sort of 200 songs. That's not a lot, apparently. A lot of like function musicians,
Yeah.
they learn 200 songs just to play at a wedding.
Wow.
And they have to learn in, like, those are the actual professionals. they actually have to, but they're like, they're people, they're very, well, they know their instrument so well. And they're so capable of like learning new things and reading
Yeah.
music sheets.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Do you
But-
do you get many gigs apart from basking?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, every
It's sort
Every
of
weekend.
a reasonable amount. Yeah, like
So it's like
two gigs. Yeah.
okay.
yeah, so 2 gigs every weekend.
At what point did you formalize that? Because like, is it? Do you manage it? Do you have a manager? How is it work?
We have an agent.
An agent.
Yeah, so he's a friend of ours.
Okay.
And he used to be my housemate. And he one time we were in the back garden, me and my dad and him, and my dad jokingly asked, "Oh, do you want to be our agents?" And he was like, "Yes." And we're like, "Oh,
Okay, that was quick.
that was quick." And yeah,
Because he saw us playing.
he saw
Yeah.
us playing, and we were quite tight. We were quite good friends.
Yeah.
So so yeah, we thought, no, he's probably gonna get like 1 gig or 2, maybe. And it's chill. But no, like after a week, he had like 10 gigs
yeah.
booked for us.
Oh wow.
And
So he was
good.
he was actually hands on. He was just
Yeah,
like
yeah, yeah.
going for it.
Fully compromised.
Yeah,
to
yeah,
the
yeah.
cause.
And he helped us a lot getting dates, and a lot of that work that we were handling, like replying to emails and booking the gigs, it was sort of unloaded off of us, which is quite nice.
and the communication.
And the communication, he's very efficient.
Websites.
Yeah, he put on a website for us.
Oh wow.
He sort of started to be more active on social media, so he helps raise a lot
Yeah.
of
Awareness.
awareness.
Yeah, and networking. Does he does it for you full time, or does he do other things?
He's got a job.
Okay.
He's got a job, but he does the Henrysa's like,
Yeah.
side thing.
Wow. Yeah, that takes a compromise. 'Cause-
Yeah.
full-time job.
He's a great guy. Yeah.
Wow, man.
Yeah.
Do you think that many artists don't, let's say, step up in their journey as on their professional journey because they don't have someone to represent them or someone to help them out with those kind of things?
Yeah, I mean, it's quite possible. Yeah.
Administrative, your experience. I mean, yeah.
Yeah, we had a reasonable amount of gigs before Ashley, but it was more having someone sort of back you and take some of the stress out of it.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, it helped a lot, and having a third brain,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Third opinion outside. as well.
a third
Yeah,
brain outside the bubble. Yeah.
People on the street come to us, and we always forward them to Ashley
Yeah.
Yeah.
to to be able to have not to be interrupted in our session.
Mhm.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, just please take a picture. There's the website there. And it's,
Take a
there's a
business
third
card.
man
Yeah,
that
yeah,
will
Yeah, yeah,
take
yeah.
a-
Our middleman
take a-
takes care of the fees
Nice,
and the inquiries and all that.
Nice.
So yeah, but I don't know. Like I'm not very aware of other bands. Obviously, like having an agent is always very helpful.
Mm.
But I don't know for original
Mm.
for new original artists.
Mm.
Yeah, definitely having a manager sort of helps a lot.
And it
Yeah.
kind of, for people outside of your bubble, it kind of makes you look, I guess, more professional. In a
Oh
way.
yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
They
Yeah,
want to
yeah.
hear it because they're thinking, oh, so he has a agent, a manager, so it must be big.
Yeah, yeah.
That's good. What I was gonna ask you, what has been the biggest challenges in all these years working in the UK as a self-employed musician, for example?
Biggest struggles.
Yeah.
I think the biggest struggle of being self-employed is just like maintaining your grip
Mm-hmm.
and just trying to be consistent with yourself
Yeah.
because you don't have a boss.
Yes.
So I think, yeah, it's. I think that's the biggest struggle.
Yeah.
We have to
Definitely.
We have to be consistent with ourselves. We need to remain united
Mm.
and just carry on sticking with it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think sticking
And the winter.
and the winter. Well, the winter brings all of that.
To new levels. Yeah.
Yeah, so
January is normally
it's low on gigs,
low on gigs.
Yeah.
on events. You know,
We have to come to the street
we
Yeah.
have to come to the street and we have to show.
more
off.
often.
Yeah, yeah.
It's the coldest month, huh?
But
It's the coldest month.
Yeah, the coldest month,
January.
January and February.
Yeah,
But
January.
to be honest, you know, looking back, I mean, sometimes
it's not a drama.
it's not a drama.
Oh,
Yeah,
no,
we-
no.
It's a drama when you're there.
Yeah.
But when you look back, those are one of the fondest times that we had together because it's just crazy. Like,
Yeah, yeah.
Just we're out there in the cold, like we're singing and there's like, you know,
Sí.
vapor going off our mouths. But it's fun, man. It's fun.
I like how every question that I do, there's always positive. There's always a positive answer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that shows a lot the kind of relationship that you must do have to be able to take this and carry on. Because not many families can work together, and that's a truth.
Oh yeah, I mean,
Well, we are more than we are more
Fathers.
friends than fathers.
yeah,
So,
for sure. Yeah.
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we're more.
There's a certain point that we are really
Yeah.
close friends.
We're mates. Yeah.
And we have that bond that's between us. That's
Yeah, we're-
being father and son. But
For sure.
yeah, I think that's what a dad should do with children.
With their
It's-
children,
it's, it's like
Go out and busk.
That's how you bond.
Yeah, that's how you
it's like an
Beatles.
extension of
Yeah.
of the role
Yeah.
of
Yeah.
being a dad.
Being a friend, yeah, that's cool.
Yeah,
That's
being
true.
a friend. Yeah.
And I feel like we as sons or children, when we start to get to know our parents as an adult
Yeah.
rather than a father figure, a mother figure, it becomes even more beautiful, the relationship.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure. I truly experienced that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you start to see not only the good, but also the flaws, but you learn to love them
Oh yeah.
and you learn to accept them as well.
Yeah.
So that's quite an experience.
Definitely. And like
And the opposite is I learned so
I
much
imagine. I imagine.
with him. Yeah.
Do you see? Are you alike, or are you more alike like your mother, maybe? Oh,
I've got
No.
I'm quite split.
Split.
between my dad and my mom.
Okay.
There's a lot of things that we're quite like. Yeah. No, we're very alike.
We are the same
Yeah.
person.
We've got the same face. We got the same name. We were just born different times.
yeah,
But
30 years separate.
yeah, but within myself,
yeah,
I do find a lot of my personality aspects.
Yeah, we are.
very, very, very
we are
similar to
those-
my mom as well. Yeah.
We are those guys that I think something and he says.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And yeah, we are on that point.
It's quite scary.
Sometimes it's scary.
Sometimes we're at a gig and we have our, so basically we don't have a program
Yeah.
set list.
Okay.
We've got three sheets of paper
Yeah.
on the grounds, and we sort of go along with what we want to do.
Okay.
There's no one after the other.
Ah.
We just choose, okay, let's do this one now.
Yeah.
And sometimes
Last minute.
we finish the song, and I'm thinking about doing something by the Beatles, and my dad's like, something? And I'm like, yeah. And then this happens too often,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and it's starting to scare
Oh
me a
wow.
bit. I think I need to go out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But do you guys live together?
No.
Oh, okay. Okay.
We live 3 minutes away from each other.
That's good. That's
Walking.
good. You think that's a smart choice, just to not burn out from oversharing, or you think it's just because you prefer?
Yeah, we thought about it.
We thought about getting a place because it'd be more efficient. But yeah, maybe it's not as a good idea
Yeah.
as it seems, because
Yeah.
we both need to as well. Because we busk together, we gig together, and we're
have
both
coffee
self-employed.
together.
We have
Yeah.
coffee together. We're
Yeah.
both self-employed, and our career and our living relies on our dynamic.
Yeah.
Relies on being present with each other.
Yeah.
So I think it's healthy to
That
have your
time
own
off.
space.
Yeah. And then when you get back together, it's stronger. No.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. What has been the biggest gig that you have done in the UK?
The biggest,
Yeah.
it was Liverpool, the Cavern Club.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or Hanger Farm in Taunton. It's different circumstances.
Liverpool was bigger, man.
No, Liverpool was huge.
I mean,
Because
Epic. Yeah, for me, it was.
no, for sure, yeah. Like I think they sort of
how that happened, because I'm not aware. What's the Cavern Club?
Yeah, we applied to the Beatle Week. Ashley applied to the Beatle.
Ashley is our agent.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's the Beatle
Shout out.
Week?
The Beatle Week is a festival.
International Beatle
The
Week.
International Beatle Week.
Ah.
So it's a festival that happens every year during August in Liverpool, which is where the Beatles are from. And it happens up around the Cavern Club. And so bands from all corners of the world, like from everywhere, all continents, they come to Liverpool. Tribute bands, Beatle tribute bands.
Wow.
They come to Liverpool and they... then everybody performs, like 6 gigs.
Is it hard to get in?
I
I don't know.
don't know.
How difficult is
Ashley,
to get in.
I think Ashley quite pressed them to get us in.
To get us in to listen to our videos
Listen
and
to our
everything.
videos,
There
Shout
was the
out to
pressure.
Ashley, man.
Ashley's a great mind.
Wow.
There was a pressure
Yeah.
to
To be there.
to get to know us.
Yeah.
Okay.
And we end up performing in 6 different venues. 2 of them were inside the Cavern Club,
Yeah.
which is the dome stage, where the Beatles played like more than 300 hours.
Yeah.
And the other one is the lounge.
The live lounge.
Live
This is
lounge
another
stage,
stage inside the same building.
It's most recent.
Yeah, it's more recent. Yeah. And then there's the Cavern Pub, which is
In
this is a really narrow street. So there's the Cavern Club. Then on right opposite there's the Cavern Pub, which is a part of the same company. And then it was the Adelphi Hotel, which is quite an old hotel in Liverpool, very sort of
Emblematic.
Yeah. And then
and the Beatles played there several times as well.
yeah.
The Adelphi, yeah.
Yeah. So we went around Liverpool.
Did you feel like it was a full cycle? Because you've always been a fan, always been doing
Yeah.
covers. Do you feel like you came, I guess, at 180 or 360?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's very, I had a bit of that feeling.
Yeah.
I was just like thinking about me listening to the Beatles when I was 10
Mm-hmm.
and just getting to know them. It's like, wow. And it's just like, now I'm playing the Beatles in the Cavern Club.
Wow.
Yeah. And I bet like everybody that was there felt the same.
They're probably
Yeah.
the same. Yeah.
So yeah.
What was the biggest audience you have had? Like the biggest?
Yeah,
How many people?
that's why I was, we played a few festivals.
Yeah, we played
in
several festivals.
local festivals. They were quite packed sometimes.
Yeah.
But I think one of the best audiences we've ever had. Well, most of our audiences, like when we go somewhere to play at a restaurant or a pub or a birthday party, the audiences are always great. They're always really
enthusiastic,
very energetic, and we always love to play for them.
Yeah.
But the Hangar Farm that I mentioned earlier was a ticketed event where it's just like, it was just us. So people were there. They bought tickets like
to see you.
Our fan base.
Yeah.
Which is like, I don't like to call it fun, but a fan base. They're friends. They're the people that we got to know, and
people that follow your work.
They're followers. Yeah. So it was amazing. It was amazing to see everybody there. Everybody that you know, that you've met throughout the years, and everybody that follows us and that comes to our gigs. Everybody to be in one place and to do 1 hour and a half show, 2 hour show. Everybody was just sitting there and we're just playing. It was quite nice, you know.
Yeah.
There was no distracting elements. It was just us and the people that we love.
Is that the video you posted recently on Instagram?
Yeah.
You were finishing.
Yeah, we're just about to finish the song.
Yes.
Yeah. That moment, I think, was amazing. And, and that gig, it was a very funny gig because we broke 2 strings during the gig.
No.
So we had to change it. But because this is sort of our family.
Yeah.
They didn't. These people are like our friends.
Pressure. Yeah.
And that the whole gig, there was no pressure because we know, they know that we break strings.
Yeah.
They know the dynamic. They know how we talk. They know. Yeah. It's just.
So we just stopped and went inside.
we just stopped. So very sorry.
Sorry,
we'll
guys.
be right back. Yeah, it was about 150 people just facing us, and I think that's one of the most memorable moments.
How do you feel about that, having like an actual fandom following you, coming to your concerts, like back when you started with this project and now, so years after, like what's your reflection about all of this that is happening to you?
What I feel the most is that these are the roots we've made in England. Because being abroad, you want to find yourself a home.
Yeah.
Right. And I think that we were capable of like meeting so many lovely people and having them coming to our gigs and being able to be present with each other. I think creating those roots, you know, always. Every time I go back to Portugal, and obviously I've got my family there, and I miss them every day. So I'm there for 2 weeks. So I'm like, I want to go back again.
Wow.
Southampton, because I miss Southampton.
That's beautiful.
And I miss
all
those people. Yeah.
Because not everybody can achieve that, feeling at home in a foreign country.
Yeah, it was hard for a while.
Yeah.
I remember.
The
beginning was quite rough, and you've probably experienced that quite a lot.
The first 3 years were the hardest.
Yeah.
After the 3rd year, I thought, okay, maybe this is home.
I think it was about 3 years as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's a time limit. The first year, the hardest one. The third one is when you start to feel, okay, I start to feel secure here. Start to feel like, I wouldn't know if it's home, but I feel secure.
Yeah.
I know my way, I know how things work. And then on, it's just a learning curve.
Yeah.
Just keep adapting.
Yeah.
So yeah. Are you guys planning to stay here in England for a long time? Are you planning to go to a different country, go back to Portugal? I don't know.
Yeah,
Or you haven't thought about it too much?
We get asked that a lot.
Yeah, but we really don't think about it.
We don't think about it. I mean,
we are going with the flow.
With the flow of things.
Live in the present.
Yeah.
Living the day by day. And we have plans, of course. We have plans to tour, for example, to try to go to different countries, but based here. But go to different cities,
To
go to
read,
different
yeah.
cities in England, go to different countries as well,
Oh wow.
because we have different friends in different countries. So we've got some. I've got a very very good friend in Girona, for example,
Okay. Yeah, Spain.
close to Barcelona.
Sí, sí.
So they are always telling me, yeah, you have to come,
Yeah.
you have to come, and we're gonna sort some gigs for you
Yeah,
guys
yeah,
to
yeah.
do.
Definitely.
Yeah, for example, we had an inquiry recently, a gig inquiry of a guy that owns a villa in Algarve in Portugal
Uh-huh.
and wants to play in Algarve.
Okay.
So,
Yeah.
so yeah.
English, he's English.
English, yeah.
Yeah.
But he's got contacts in Algarve.
Yeah.
He wants us to play there.
Yeah.
Different gigs. Yeah.
So it's quite funny. Like we come to England, so to go back to Portugal. But yeah.
Yeah, in Germany, I've got my aunt.
Yeah.
She lives in Essen,
Mhm.
Germany. So there's a possibility to
Yeah.
go there as well.
So yeah, we like to go to travel and to move on, but always with this the Henry's agenda, to rather than just force ourselves out
Yeah.
in search for something else. I think we're more comfortable going out, but keeping
Getting paid.
getting paid,
Yeah.
getting paid to go out.
Yeah, of course.
That's one of the
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not moving a boat if I don't get paid. No. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
strategy.
It's a strategy. Yeah, for sure.
It was something that has to do with busking. Is by busking, we don't have to go and find gigs to play. People come to us because they know they are listening to us. They know that we are. They know what they're gonna get, so
Yeah.
they come directly to us,
Yeah.
and we start from a different position. If someone asked us to go to their places to play, it's different than we going to search for a place to
Yeah.
play. So
Yeah.
it's different.
Have you? Because how old are you?
Pardon?
How old are you?
I'm 55.
And you are
70.
imagine
I'm 26.
26.
Yeah.
Have you ever? If you, I guess you're planning to do this for a long run, but have you ever thought about doing a solo career? Maybe.
Yeah. I mean, that's one of my sort of goals outside of the Henrys.
Okay.
I love songwriting,
All right.
and I love.
Why don't you ask me the same?
Sorry.
I'm 55.
Actually, that was
Yeah.
rude.
No. Yeah.
I think the Henrys is like something that can open several doors.
Yes.
to-
It has
so
opened several
it
doors.
has.
Yeah.
For what I can
Totally,
see.
yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm a songwriter as well.
Mm-hmm.
Great one.
He's
Yeah.
a much better songwriter.
So-
than me.
Get out of it. No, it's
Yeah, I love to write songs and
Yeah.
to arrange them and to produce them.
Mm.
And of course, I'm planning to a certain point restart
The songwriting.
writing songs.
Yeah.
Oh, you've got a huge catalogue as well. Like throughout I was being brought up, and you write songs and record them, and
Mhm.
Yeah,
Like-
mostly in Portuguese. For
mostly
my,
in
for my
Portuguese,
students.
but they were always beautiful.
No, see. But I guess no. You're looking as a more public persona, as a performer, as a solo performer,
Yeah.
and you might be in the studio, in the songwriting sessions,
No,
working
performing as well.
performing as well.
No,
Okay,
of course.
No, I'm just saying.
Why not?
No, see, I'm all over. But I'm just saying.
He's a beautiful performer.
See,
He's a showman.
okay.
Yeah, he's got a lot of background as well as a performer. He was
Yeah, I performed all my life.
Yeah.
Different projects in different
Yeah.
bands, and I'm planning to
To keep
keep doing
Yeah.
to
this.
keep
Yeah,
doing it.
yeah.
No,
Oh, yeah.
good. I was just saying it because I guess that's the first assumption, no? But
Yeah.
it's good that
I get it. Yeah.
you have the energy and you want to keep doing it. So that's good.
Yeah.
I always have said that age is a number.
Oh yeah, like Paul.
The age is a number. Yeah.
It's a number.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Like for example, Paul McCartney.
Mm.
Obviously, he started really young with
Mm.
massive success,
Mm.
but
He's 30
but-
years older than me.
but he's
Imagine.
80. He's 80 now, or 82 or something,
Mm.
and he does 3-hour-long gigs at
Mm.
Glastonbury.
Imagine.
Yeah,
And he's just
Mick Jagger.
and
as well.
Mick Jagger. He's still that same young guy that was playing back in the 60s, just jumping around and being crazy.
Mm-hmm.
So, and he's 80. I've seen him in 2018 at St. Mary's Stadium,
Mm.
and he was running about for 2 hours and a half, just
Wow.
running and just and I was like, I couldn't do that myself.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, age is really a number,
Number.
especially for musicians.
Yeah.
We
Musicians are musicians. Yeah.
Artists are artists.
artists are artists.
Yeah, true.
I'm not a football player. So.
Yeah, so you don't have anything to stress.
Yeah, it's not like that.
Yeah.
A footballer will finish their career at what, 35?
Well,
That's it.
yeah.
Mostly, no.
For the exception of Ronaldo. Ronaldo.
How old is he? I don't follow football. So I don't know.
Yeah, I don't follow much, but I've been keeping
And
myself updated. Pep as well. Which
Pep is 40.
he's 42.
He's still playing.
Still,
Yeah, he's still
42.
Yeah, he's still playing the Euro.
I feel like these new generations, we're gonna live much longer
Yeah.
Yeah.
because we understand so much more about health and that. Because there's people. I saw a woman on TikTok. She was 50, but I swear she looked like she was 28.
Yeah.
The skin, everything.
Yeah.
Like me.
But I said, you look younger. No, he looks younger. I said it before. But I think it's that energy that you have. Because I know people who get to 50 and they're like, oh, I'm too old. I'm too old for this.
It's a
I'm too-"
mindset. Yeah.
It's a mindset. It's what you said to yourself.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
true.
Yeah, because I'm always forgetting that I'm 55 or 56. And sometimes I feel like I'm 15 or
Mm-hmm.
30.
The energy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I forget
Yeah.
usually.
Such
Yeah.
a thing. It's a social norm. No, it's a social.
Sometimes I feel like
Yes.
I'm his
yeah.
son, not he's stealing off me. He's just-
Yeah.
yeah, he's stealing off, and I feel like I'm a
quite-
child. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's weird.
My
Yeah.
sister, my mom is the
Maybe
same
I need to
dynamic.
come down to your level and be a kid as well.
Yeah, when
Yeah.
when I'm with my father, for example.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I feel
I
always
see that.
like a baby, man.
I see that. It's like I'm from outside. I'm just like, what the fuck? Because it becomes so respectful and yes, dad. Yeah.
Sí, señor. Sí, señor.
It's my grandfather's very, is
Yeah.
Yeah,
is the boss,
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
Beautiful. Well, just to wrap it up, what would you say to any musician, regardless of their age, regardless of their background, regardless of what point of their life they are, what would you tell them if they would like to start a career in music?
Well,
just do it.
stick with it. Yeah.
Stick with it. Just
think
do it. Be consistent. Go.
Yeah.
Don't be afraid. Expose yourself, because this is not something that has to do with the world, with the audience. It's something that has to do with ourselves. It's inside. We need to.
I mean, we're still
To come.
starting.
We need
Mind
to
you.
come and give the energy to the world. That is something that I realized. It's not the money; it's the power to give joy to people.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the most
yeah.
thing, the best thing that we learn busking and gigging is the power to give joy to people. Come to us and say, you brought me to my youth days.
Yeah.
We it's that energy that bring love to people.
Yeah, because music is also very attached with memories.
Yeah,
So, have you ever had that feeling when you're listening to an album that you used to listen when you were like 12,
True.
and then you start to relive your life while you're listening to that album?
Or what about when you hear a new song that reminds you back when you were, because it just has the same feeling.
Yeah,
yeah.
for
That's
sure,
the
man.
power.
Yeah.
That's the power. And they say that the highest form of like, how to explain it? The highest thing that you can do in this lifetime is to serve. And art, in a way, is what you say. It's about inspiring. It's about giving. It's not so much about
Giving.
taking. It's
Yeah,
about giving,
yeah.
expressing and inspiring others. Make them feel good. Make them feel sad. Make them
Yeah.
feel whatever.
Yeah.
It's evoking those emotions.
Yeah.
That's what I learned. Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah, for
I
starting.
learned that because I was giving a gig. We were giving a gig in Butlins.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Butlins. Do you know Butlins?
No.
It's sort of an amusement park
Okay.
that people go there to stay there overnight
Mine
and
had.
to bring their kids to sort of, and there's like all these entertainments like
Yeah.
water parks and all
Yeah.
that.
In pubs as well.
And there's like little pubs and little restaurants, and we were there
we were.
on a
We
contract.
stayed there for 10 days. Where the contract was being there for 10 days. And give 2 gigs per
a day? Yeah,
Yeah.
2 gigs a day.
And the gigs were already paid. So.
Yeah.
And at certain point, we were finishing our time,
Yeah.
but people were so
Having joy.
enjoying,
Yeah.
and we didn't want to stop playing.
Yeah.
We just wanted.
We just wanted to carry on.
carry on.
Yeah.
And a lot of our gigs, I feel like that. Like, I just want to carry on. Like,
Yeah.
I'm vibing so much with
Yeah,
this
yeah,
with this
yeah.
audience that I'm just.
Giving.
And
Yeah.
but we always have like, well, either they can't have live music.
So
or we
I
have
was
to
not.
go.
I was not
Yeah.
being paid more to carry on.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
it's not the
yes.
money; it's
Yeah.
the energy that we can bring
Yeah.
to people and the energy that we receive as well.
And that's beautiful. And I think when I see these videos of big leagues artists that they get paid by the minute,
Yeah.
and sometimes they overstay maybe for one song it's 4 minutes, and they get charged like $4,000,
Right. Wow. Yeah.
and that's wild.
Yeah.
And then there's other artists who are really like maybe they're just looking for the money, but the time it stops, it stops.
Yeah.
Even if people are having fun, like they're not paying more, so at least.
Yeah.
But art is about giving, it's about expressing, it's about making people feel things.
Yeah.
So that should be the spirit for every artist. What do you think makes a true artist? Just to finish up.
A true artist. Oh, that's I don't know.
I got you.
I think the answer for that question is the things that we've been saying on
Yeah.
this last bit. Yes.
Yeah, on the
power
last bit, yeah.
To give. And a true artist is someone that express himself.
Without fear of expressing, no?
Yeah, I think.
Yeah.
Fear is not there anymore.
Mm.
It's like with love.
With love,
With love.
Yeah.
with passion.
With passion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think art is defined if it has a message or it hasn't got a message? Like, is a piece of art is better if it's carrying a message or if it's not carrying a message?
Oh, that's very.
I don't think so.
I think there's an actual answer for that. I think art is art, you know. If
Art
it's
is-
got a message, if it doesn't got a message.
Music.
There's always emotion attached to art.
Okay.
And that's if something can make you feel something.
For example, music-wise, if a song doesn't have anyone singing it, or if it doesn't have any lyrics, it's still music.
It's still music. Yeah, exactly. So
It's still music. It doesn't have to have a message or a theme.
It's just emotion.
It's music. It's sound. It's emotion.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
supposed to work anyway.
Because in this world of especially music, I feel like there's a lot of because they will say there's high music and then there's low music, as in like there's people who spend all their life studying music, so they're very picky, and there's this kind of classism inside this world where there's certain music that is profound or is more like intellectual, and then there's other music that are not so intellectual, no, according to these kind of people. But as you said, music have to have a formal structure. It doesn't need to have a message. It just need to evoke emotions in people.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or even the artist is maybe trying to transmit a certain emotion.
100%.
Yeah.
That's something to think about. Well, guys, thank you for coming.
Thank you for having us.
And really grateful that
really
you
is a joy.
Thank you for having me.
Guys, you can go and check them out. I will leave the links in the comment section, in the description. Before we go, let's not forget that I need you to sign the Polaroid.
All right.
Wow.
That's us. We look rather cool, don't we?
Polaroid.
Yeah.
Look at the other
It's
ones.
looking good.
Oh, it looks serious. Yeah.
Look at the other ones.
The other ones there. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm quite serious. Yeah.
So I'm gonna write my name.
Don't you have like a signature for the Henrys?
Oh, you actually
We can.
you're better at doing signatures and writing stuff.
Are you sure?
Yeah, you're more. I'm a bit
No,
of a
you
messy
do it,
writer. No, you do it.
The Henrys.
You got more of visual. He's a painter as well. He paints as well.
You didn't mention that.
Yeah, he's very talented. He's a very multifaceted
Okay.
guy. Yeah.
All right.
You do it, man. Come on. The Henrys.
This is for eternity.
You can put all in caps.
This is for the books.
All in caps.
Yeah,
Right.
why
Yeah. I messed this up. No. It's all right. Yeah.
Cool.
No apostrophe.
No apostrophe.
The Henrys doesn't have an
I was
apostrophe.
thinking about this.
Yeah.
I decided.
Yeah, exactly.
More international.
Yeah.
Cool. Lovely. Thank you, guys.
No, thank you, man. It's such a
You should
pleasure.
show it to the camera.
It looks good. They will see on the thumbnail, but yeah, it's good. It's good.
Yeah.
Well, my guys, thank you so much for coming.
Man, thank you, man.
Honestly, thank you for
Chris.
coming. Thank you
Great
for your
pleasure,
support.
man. Thank you so
You
much.
can enjoy their music and their work. And I hope to see you in the next one. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. And yeah, nos vemos en la próxima. Ciao.
Ciao.
Cool.
Yeah.
Thank you, guys.
That's the
Thank
cut.
you. How you feeling? Tired?
No.
Hungry? No?
Very good.
I'm feeling
Yeah.